Alright guys, this is a video tutorial on how to complete the character color block worksheet. So once you've downloaded the AI file, it should look something like this. It is empty, there's not anything added to it. But the first thing you want to do after that is open up a web browser and look for a character whose color palette you're going to want to copy. For me it's going to be SpongeBob, so I clicked on this image because it gives me his full body. And I just clicked on him once to bring up the image over here. And you want to right click on this image and hit copy image, and then come back to Illustrator. And you could do right click paste. You can also do Control V or Command V. Command V if you're on a Mac. And I'm going to size this down somewhere over here. If we have time, we're going to do up to 3 characters. But again, we'll see how much time we have. Alright, so the first tool I want you to practice with in this worksheet is the eyedropper tool. So if you hover over your tools panel, look for eyedropper, or the letter I on your keyboard is the shortcut. If you don't see the eyedropper tool, it's probably because you don't have the advanced toolbar. So you can come up to your window menu, hover over toolbar, and then make sure advanced is selected. Alright, I'm going to start with his main shape, or his main color palette, which is this yellow here. So I'm going to hover the eyedropper over here and then just regular click once. You'll notice in your properties panel the appearance fill color has been updated, and it's also updated in your fill by the tools panel as well. But I want you to click on the appearance panel here, and the next thing I want you guys to get used to is the swatches. So I'm going to click this new swatch symbol right here. This little box pops up just showing me all of that color's information, like the hex code and the CMYK values. You're just going to hit OK. And you notice it adds it over here. So I actually want to create a new swatch group. I'm going to call this SpongeBob. And I'm going to hit OK. And now this is where it's added instead of over here. Alright, that's actually great. I'm going to grab my eyedropper again, and this time I'm going to hover over to his white shirt over here, and then I'm going to make sure that this swatch folder is selected, and then hit the plus sign and then hit OK, so it gets added to this group. Next thing I'm going to do is hover over his red tie, make sure I have this SpongeBob group selected, and then hit the new swatch button so it adds it to his group. Okay, still with the eyedropper, I'm going to hover over his brown pants, click on this swatch group, and then hit the plus sign, OK. And lastly, I'm going to hover over his shoes, click on this swatch group, and then hit plus and OK. Alright, so I think that looks about right for now. Okay, so let's go ahead and I'm going to grab my rectangle tool now. Oop, there we go. And I'm going to create a block. For now, I'm going to say about this height. You can always hover it over your character here. And I'm going to come to fill and just click on this yellow color that we made. And there we go. Grab my rectangle tool again, and then this time I'm actually going to hover it over him really quick. This is going to be his white shirt. I'm going to move to my selection tool, or the letter V on your keyboard's the shortcut. And this one's going to be hard to see. So what I'm going to do is actually hover it over here. There we go. He does have a red tie, so I'm going to kind of make this shape right here. And then do red. Grab my selection tool and then position it somewhere here. Alright, so my pants shape is going to be this length right here. So grab my rectangle tool again, come to my fill and select the brown. Oops, selection tool. Gotta zoom in. Alright, because I created the red tie first, it's going to be hidden by this shape here. So you could right click on here and then do arrange, bring to front. And then don't forget you also have your layers panel. If you hit this little arrow right here, you can just click and drag any of these around as well. I'm going to shorten I'm just going to make the pants longer. There we go. Alright, that is looking so much better now. I'm actually going to hover this over here. And we can see we have a bit more yellow, so I'm actually just going to hold down the Alt Option key on my keyboard and drag this down and just make it slightly shorter. He's got white socks again, so I'm going to hold Alt Option again to copy this white square. And then we have the black shoes. So I'm going to make another rectangle here, only this time I'm going to change the fill to black. Oops. Once you're done with the whole character, you can do box select, right click, group, and now all of these are going to move together. You could, if you want to keep track of your white colors or blacks if they're getting lost, I can come to my stroke color and then add black. Oops, I'll come over here instead. And I can do it for the socks as well. Okay, you could even add this little green color here. So if I do my swatches or my eyedropper again and then click once on one of his little holes here, I'll add it to his swatches. I could technically come back here and then add some of these little details here. But again, this is optional. This is if you have time. To do these cute little details. Right, so that's basically the gist. Again, once you're done, you could box select again and then hit right click, group, or Command G. But let's say this is all I had time for, then I'd make them quite a bit bigger here. And then you're going to do File, Save, so you have your AI file. And then File, Save As, save on your computer. You're going to rename this to your last name, first name initial, underscore, character color block. You're going to change the type to PDF. Remember, this should be going to your USB, so let's pretend this SSD here is my USB. And then you're going to hit save. And the PDF file is what I want. Again, if you have time, you'll do more characters. So I'd love to do Squidward and Patrick Star. If I did have time, I would do them somewhere next to here. And it's easier once you're done to just delete the reference images and then bring in the second character. But let me know if you guys have any questions or need any help with the eyedropper tool, shape tools, and then the nifty color swatches that we learned to do this time.